Hey, everybody. I'm Scotty T from Your Comedy Minute. And I hope I got it right, Chi Chi the comedian. Is that how I'm to introduce you?
Yes, Chi Chi the
Chi
comedian.
Chi the comedian, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I feel like a woodpecker in a lumberyard.
Oh, well, get the pecking daddy.
I'm, 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 I'm a little giddy. You make me a little giddy, Chi Chi.
Yeah.
Before I get to, I think you're in Maryland, but I need to know, how did you get the name Chi Chi?
Well, my real name is Chitara. So I just took the chi off the front, but then it represents these chi chis.
Okay, well, I'm old.
Yeah.
And before I started this, I asked Google, I said, what does Chi Chi mean?
Titties.
And I said, oh, that's it. Your friend told me that I would know what it means, but so let's move on. You're in Maryland, is that correct?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Were you born and raised in Baltimore?
Yes.
I used to live in Maryland. I lived in Columbia. I lived in Ellicott City.
Okay. Money. You living in the rich places.
Yeah, I know. But I've been
Oh,
down and I've been down. I used to go to JK. I've seen some of the crackheads down there eating stuff out of the air, and yeah, I've been around.
yeah.
I spent my time in the city too.
Okay.
I saw one of your videos where there were some naked people in the street.
Yeah, no, I opened my window. It was a lady out there streaking, like, you want to see what I got? And I was like, not really. Not
Yeah,
really when you
I
first.
saw it. I saw it. Well, we got some more videos you got. Let's go with, when did you start doing comedy? I know the answer, but for people that don't know you,
About 5 years. I've been in
five
comedy
years.
about 5 years. I started back 5 years ago. My dumb ass can't even do the math. But
It's
five
okay,
years
5
ago,
years ago. And then the follow-up question, Chi Chi, is, was there a catalyst? Was there something that said, Chi Chi, go do comedy?
no, I was taking my homeboy for an interview to be in a play, and the guy kept nodding out, falling asleep. And I was like, I know this motherfucker's not the judge. And, and he started laughing, and he was like, "Oh, you think you funny?" And he's like, "Well, you are now, because tomorrow you got a show." And it was Mr. Howard G.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the first time I met a comedian, Mr. Howard G, and he put me on the show the next day.
Okay.
Yep, and then I became basically a comedy prostitute, and he was my pimp.
Yeah, I noticed you have a tattoo that says comedy.
Yeah, I'm in love with it. I'm
Well,
dedicated.
yeah, and we'll get to that because, well, I might as well move ahead. We're jumping around a little bit. But on Instagram, it says comedy is life and funny shit only.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, and I hate when I talk too much, Chi Chi, because we're just meeting. For people that don't know, we've never met.
Yeah.
But I find similarities. I've lost a lot of friends. I started Your Comedy Minute 5 years ago, and
Okay.
I've lost a lot of friends because I try and tell them funny shit only. I don't want to hear about Trump. I don't want to hear about Biden. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't
Yeah.
need it.
No draining, bringing us down
Yeah,
shit.
watching the news, I don't need that shit.
Yeah, unless you're roasting them, roast their ass, and then I want to hear it.
Oh, that's what happened. Now they don't talk to me. I lost a brother. I have a best friend. Um,
It's okay. You got a new friend.
you ain't lying, baby. You ain't lying. You and me, baby. We're magic. Tell me to disappear.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
so.
you were in Florida recently, right?
Yeah, I just came back yesterday. I have a
And
show.
how was that?
It was amazing. I did a lot of just resting, just relaxing, some
Okay,
pool, some pool
I saw the
content.
pictures.
Yeah.
Were you in Florida before? Have you ever been to Florida before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I visit there quite a lot, but I'm trying to get back down there to perform with Michael Blackson. It was an opportunity presented, so hopefully.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you. Did you do any shows with you there, or you said just relaxed?
No, I was there for vacationing, but Orlando, there's supposed to be a show that I'm hoping to hear back about. So
Well, I hope for you.
yeah,
Comedians that inspired you when you were younger,
yeah.
that you like? Do you have comedians that inspired you when you were younger?
Well, of course, I like the Richard Pryors,
Right.
the Bernie Mac. Of course, the
Oh,
Bernie Mac,
Bernie Mac.
my favorite. Um, I like Monique, of course.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Adele Givens.
Sure. I'm Adele.
So
Yeah.
a couple of I grew up on a couple of.
What about comedians you like now? And I think you better mention Chica Loca.
Of course, I love Chica Luca. She's one of the most pleasant person. Because once you're funny, people get arrogant. So she's so down to earth and fucking cool, even though she's funny. And as of right now, probably Michael Blackston. He's the most like influential as far as my career because he's really been giving me a lot of big opportunities. I like Poppy the Bear. He's a fairly up and coming comedian, but he's really big in my life.
Okay.
Comedian Jonathan Gabriel. He's one of my favorite comedians. That's it's underrated, but it's hilarious. I like Hot Sauce from Chicago.
Okay.
Rodney Perry, of course, Uncle Rodney Perry. That's my baby.
All right. I don't know because it's funny how you on Facebook or on Instagram, your friends. What about the Gwen factor? Do you know Gwen?
Yeah, no, Gwen. That's one of the OGs in the game. That's my big sister.
Gwen's been on twice, and Chica Loca's been on twice. So yeah, okay. I love those ladies. Matter of fact, I did Joanna Briley and all the women, the black women in comedy laugh fest. I tried to get every one of them that I could. I had like 20 of them on.
Definitely. No,
I totally support women in comedy and black women in comedy and any kind of Asian women.
Okay, you like to be a
any kind of women.
Coffee.
I'm a horn dog. No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding you.
Okay, no. I take my hot dogs with ketchup, baby.
Now stop. Don't. All right, you want to go there? You have BBW, and to me that means a lot of different things.
Okay.
It could be big black woman, could be big butt woman, big breasted woman. Bigger, better, wetter.
Yes. Yes.
Does that mean you're a squirter?
Did you see it when it come out? It just get moist. Everything get wetter. We sweat more. We glisten more. And things down there get more. Our ass cracks sweat a little more. Everything is just bigger, better, and wetter.
Keep the wet. Keep the wet.
Yeah, it's glazed, baby.
Oh my God, this thing's coming off the rails already. You have a huge following on Instagram. You have two different things. But I was just curious, do you enjoy doing the skits as much as the stand-up? Or is there one that you enjoy doing more?
I just know that it's important. The internet is so important now. The numbers matter as far as booking. So I try to stay on top of the skit. But I love being on stage. That's when I'm my most authentic self. But with content, I'm just a person that stays consistent. I'll film anything. It's no real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
I'm just filming to stay relevant, basically. But no, I like being on stage more than doing skits.
Okay. Well, since you brought it up, and if you haven't figured it out, I am an asshole.
Yeah.
You posted Instagram videos. A jealous boyfriend, stay out of your DMs. And then there's one where he's driving real fast. Is that true stuff, or is that just part of the skits?
Thorn. My rose, his name is Thorn, and that's my boyfriend. We've been together now for about 3 years, but I just went public with him. He's an asshole.
The one. If again, it's up, so I can say it because it's up there on Instagram. There, and I'm going to put all the links to all your stuff.
Okay.
But there's a video. And the car's windshield's all bashed in, and it says "fuck you" on the hood.
He got mad because I came home late, so he went and thought he was destroying his car, but fucked up the wrong car. So he called me up there to see it, and when I came to see what he had done, I'm like, "Babe, that's the wrong car." So of course I had to help him, So Thorn is crazy, like. He is so crazy over me. He is in love with me. He's obsessed.
You host a show, and it's making sense now because, and again, we've never met.
Yeah.
So I didn't know Thorn, but now I see all the stuff, and okay, all right.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's my man. That's my man. I'll stick beside him.
You host the show, Chi Chi and Friends Lingerie Show. Tell people about that.
Well, I started that about 2 years ago where I wanted bigger women to feel comfortable being sexy. Like, I feel like every woman should be sexy. Sure. So Only bad body is the one you don't appreciate. Put that shit on, put less of it on, and let it show. Let them titties fight gravity and let them show. Yes.
I gotta say, a lot of those Instagram reels, they start with your butt.
Yeah, it's a great way to start.
You just when you click on Gigi's Instagram and hit reels, but.
Yeah, I promise you know why? Sex sells. They don't give a flying shit what's going on, but put some ass and titties in it.
You're preaching to the converted. You're preaching.
It's the draw them in. Like this interview is gonna get so many views and likes because of the titties. They don't.
Oh, stop now! Stop! Oh my God! You can't do this shit to me.
Huh?
I'm old. You can't do this shit to me.
Well, if you pass out, I'll bring you back.
You call 911. Get up to Pennsylvania. Get that rat prick.
Oh yeah.
You have a favorite? Oh, by the way, we jumped over it, but I am Baltimore through and through. I love the Crabs. My father used to take me to Memorial Stadium and see Boog Powell, or and the Orioles and the Colts, and I saw Johnny Unitas and Joe Namath. So I just love Baltimore. Love it. She got me choking.
I was probably still in my dad's nuts around those days, but
oh yeah, no, I told you I'm a relic. I fell off my dinosaur. Favorite show that you've done in 5 years, and then the follow up, which is my part, the least favorite show, where shit didn't go so good.
Show was Atlantic City Showboat. I got that was probably like my biggest show, and I was on there with Michael Coyer.
I know Michael Coyer.
And
he has a radio show, doesn't he?
And Buck Wild, I believe so. Yeah. So
yeah, big radio show. Internet radio show on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mook Maine, a friend of mine. Mook Maine was on there. I don't know if you know Mook. But anyway, so that was your favorite, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Okay, now you know what I want.
Yeah.
The least favorite show.
Weed shows, I hate them. Cannabis shows, I hate them. Everyone's stuck like this, and then it's like you're mad that no one's laughing, but you're mad that they're high, but you invited them to get high.
Okay.
Shows. Everybody's stuck. Yeah, I hate.
No, I didn't even think about that because I see a lot of those 420 shows. Or
don't book me for them. I hate them.
Yeah, I had Mo Alexander, and he ate too many gummies, the edibles, and he was babbling. He had no clue what was going on.
Yeah, no, for real. I was so damn high when they called me to the stage. I was looking for myself.
I always inhale. On the one video, speaking of, and you're going to get mad at me. You're going to get pissed off.
All right.
I'm warning you up front.
You fucking.
But again, you posted. It's and not my fault.
Go ahead. I'm not.
You know what I'm going to. You know which one I'm going to talk about.
Which one?
I think it was one of the lingerie shows, and you blamed it on tequila.
What? Anything happened on some good tequila? What happened?
I got a tequila story for you too. It looked like you kind of fell over and the wig fell off.
I was the bottom girl. The one that fell off the top was my home girl.
Okay, I didn't. It was all a blur to me.
It was all ass. All the ass looks the same.
I didn't know what the hell was happening. I just know somebody took a dive. And it looked like a wig flew off.
She said that was the best show of her fucking life.
Really? Yeah. But you see, now you went with Atlantic City, not you.
Yeah, no, I loved Atlantic City. No, them motherfuckers treated me so good. The hotel was so nice. I walked in and seen the hotel, and I was like, I ain't sucking no dick for a room. I could sleep in my car.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing more, like you mentioned, Florida and Atlantic City? Do you plan on doing more places? Is that your goal, to play all over?
Yeah, well, I've done quite a few places.
Oh, that's it. Why don't you tell me about it? Because I don't know.
Arizona, Chicago, Atlanta, North and South Carolina, I've done Harlem, New York, Long Island.
Wow.
I've done PA. I've done Delaware. I've done a lot of places.
Okay, no, and I apologize, I didn't know. But I guess the question then would be, do you adjust? Like you mentioned North Carolina. Now I've been to North Carolina, and things go a little slower in North Carolina.
I had to headline Fayetteville, but
Oh,
luckily
Fayetteville.
they showed a lot of love. It was a sold out show. Thanks to Mimi Simpson, because that motherfucker sells tickets. But it was a sold out show, but I thought I was set up on the lineup because everyone was so fucking funny. I was like, "Where's the unfunny fucking people that you put first?" I was like, "This shit is crazy."
No, but
So
the question was, and again, maybe I'm wrong. Do you adjust? In other words, you mentioned Harlem,
yeah,
New York versus Fayetteville, North Carolina. Do you adjust your material?
no, you getting this shit. You open your mouth and you're gonna get this shit. You're getting all of it. You
Okay, well,
come
why don't you do a little? Go ahead and lay a little shit on me.
lay a
Whatever
little
you want,
shit on me.
do a bit,
I
do a bit,
I just got out of an abusive relationship.
right?
I just stopped whipping his ass.
I love it. Go
Yeah.
ahead. You got another one for me?
Um.
I'll tell you what, do one and then I'll do one for you.
Okay. Well, my daughter walked in the other room and said, "Mom, I love you, and I don't want you to die." And I said, "Chloe, what are you talking about?" She said, "I just seen the commercial. If I hadn't never smoked, I'd still be alive today." I was like, "The brown one's good." I said, "Okay, then, bitch, we good." But no, the other day when I was at that damn lingerie show, my tongue kept getting hard. It kept getting hard looking at all the women in that lingerie. I never knew that I even liked the women.
That's lesbian hard on. They got their
Yeah,
tongue gets
Lord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, you're turning pink under that hat. I like that shit.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Stop
Okay.
it. Stop it.
You're
You know,
flush.
hey, look, you just told me. You told me about your boyfriend. I don't go that way. I don't roll like that. I
Well,
don't roll like that.
he'll come up there and fuck shit up.
That's what
He'll
I'm talking about. I like my car the way it is.
yeah.
Well, what else you got for me?
What's okay? So I have a poem that I wrote.
Okay, and then we're going to do your comedy minute then. But I want to make sure first and foremost, I told you that we cover everything as far as I tried to write down some stuff. We bounced around. That's part of the problem, and I smoke a lot of pot. I got a drug problem. Um,
No, it's fine. Pot is good. I got so high the other day, I forgot that the fucking security was there, and I called my best friend like, I think people fucking following me.
I smoked pot for a month one night.
Nothing.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. No, seriously. Is there anything coming? I think you actually have a show tomorrow night. Now, this won't air for 2 weeks, but you have a show tomorrow night, don't you?
Yeah, I have a show tonight and tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
at
really, I appreciate you coming on this show.
huh?
I appreciate you coming on this show as busy as you are.
Oh, definitely, definitely. You know I was coming. Anybody that's good to me, if they tell me anything or need me to do anything, it's done. People that's good to me, I try to be good to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, vice versa. That Chica Loca mentioned it, and that was it. Done.
Yeah.
That's the way I roll. In other words, and again, I hate when I talk too much, but just uh,
No, I love when your lips
I
move.
had George Wallace on, and the reason I had George Wallace on was because I had Lester Bibbs on. And the
Okay.
reason I had Carol Montgomery on was because I had Stacy Pressman, who helped me get Vanessa Hollingshead, who then I got Missy Hall. And it just works like that for me. And I think Chica Loca has the same approach.
Yeah. She's definitely all
You treat people
about
right, and that really goes a long way.
yeah.
So, like I said, I just love you. I think you're great. I wish
Thank you.
more of your stand-up stuff. Because in other words, I just saw a lot of the skits. I looked on YouTube, but the only stuff I found was a couple
I
podcasts.
like good video. I'm not like YouTube savvy. So I have like great sets that's filmed at comedy clubs. I need to get them on to YouTube.
Well, I tell you what, I'll be glad to help you after this is over. We'll get
Uh,
together and I'll help you set up your YouTube channel. If you saw, I have not bragging, but I mean, I almost have 12,000 subscribers, and I
oh
can
yeah,
help you. Yeah, I can help you.
okay.
I'm getting there. I'll tell you what, you help me on Instagram, I'll help you on YouTube.
Definitely, definitely.
No, you know what? At this point, I don't. I've been screwed over so many times by Facebook, by Instagram, by YouTube, all of them. Man, I
Yeah,
kicked off Facebook 9 times in 1 year. I got kicked off YouTube 3 times, one time for a week. And so when you mention social media and how important it is, when they do that shit to you, you start saying, you know what? I don't give a fuck.
yeah, no, for real.
Pardon
And
my
even
French,
you
but I
should
don't give a fuck.
share your fucking social media because I've seen people with a million numbers and their ass ain't funny on that stage.
A lot of comedians say that. A
Yeah,
lot of comedians say that.
but I've literally seen promoters look at one page and look at another page, and just because the numbers were bigger, they went with that person.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. Well, I got to be on my shit and have both of them done. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, you're killing it. You are killing it. And like I
Oh,
said,
I re-
I love your Instagram stuff. Um,
and
and I'll help you get more of your stage stuff up because that would really help out. I
yeah,
think
yeah, and I got shit killing. Like I'm ripping shit. So yeah,
you scare me a little bit, to be honest. I'm gonna just slide back a little bit.
you bring your ass here, Dad.
I was scared of you. I'm scared of you. You got the wet. Then you
Yeah.
got a boyfriend to come kick my ass. I don't need any of that. But look, I thank you. But
No,
we got one more piece of business we got to do.
yeah.
You know what that is?
My comedy minute.
That is correct. So if it's okay, I'm going to do a formal introduction and you lay it on them, whatever you want, however long you want to go. Chi Chi, the comedian, your comedy minute. Go ahead, my friend.
All right. She was traveling through the forest and stumbled upon a dick, but this one was uncircumcised with cottage cheese around the tip. So I ran for the door, not even thinking twice, stumbled across another penis that I thought was rather nice. Until I went down and a smell of balls hit my face. I dashed for the door, wanting dick no more. As I slept through the night, a golden pickle hit my lip. I opened it. Porridge. The Three Little Bears featuring the dick. I'm gonna write me a children's book.
That's 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 comedy gold. That's
Yeah,
comedy gold.
that's my comedy Three Little Bears verse that I have.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that's. I don't know that it would get. It's more PG maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe even X. I,
Yeah, no, sure though, but when I started comedy, I think comedy was pressure. Comedy ain't pressure. Pressure is being the youngest sister of 6 older brothers. That shit automatic pressure. They automatically think you can fight. I can't fight. I'm a professional taste tester. You cook some shit, you want to know how it tastes, you call me. You cook some shit, you finish eating it, you call me. You can't call me to fight. But I wasn't gonna tell my brothers that because I wanted to be a part of the wolf pack, right? So I
right.
went to that motherfucker. My brother said, "Gee, a bitch kicked me in my nuts." I said, "Who? Where she at? Take me to her." But when I went in there, they had the moss pit ready. I said, "Oh shit, I know her." I said, "Oh shit, I know him." I said, "That big bitch got to be with us." He said, "No, Chi Chi, that's her." I said, "Nigga, where?" He said, "Right there." I said, "Motherfucker, sideline. Who the fuck else you got to fight this bitch with me? I know you ain't just called me." He said, "Chi Chi, she kicked me in my nuts. You'll never be an aunt." I said, "Oh, bitch.
Oh
Oh, bitch."
no.
With the swing, when I woke up, I was all right.
Watch it quick. You fucking with a heavyweight.
Yeah, no, for real. That bitch hit me so hard, I got behind her and said, "And don't fuck with her no more."
I'd have killed him if he slipped on some of my blood.
But yeah, no, for real. I told the bitch, "I'll bleed on your shoes, ho. You come over here. You come bring your I'll bleed on your clothes, ho."
That's a Red Fox line.
Oh, yeah.
Where he says, I fought this guy one time. So what? I'd have killed him if he just slipped on some of my blood.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I love Red. I love all. I grew up on Mom's Mabley records and Red Fox, and You
Yeah.
mentioned Bernie Mac and all the stuff that I grew up on.
We
Old.
have a Janet Jackson moment on here. Whole
Yeah,
time
yeah. I was a little scared when you were jumping around. Who knows?
living on the edge.
Hey, let me stop the recording so we can take a minute and spend a minute or two off the air, okay?
All right, he wants to date. We'll
No,
fuck.
no, no. I want to talk to you about the YouTube
I
and
mean,
everything
tell
else.
him about our love life. You can admit to us being together in a couple.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Bullshit. They got a
Just,
boyfriend, come whoop my ass, beat my ass every bit but sideways. I don't need that shit.
I'm playing. I'm playing. Bye,
I
guys.
know. Hang in there. Oh, hang in there a second. Let me stop the recording.
All right.